Good afternoon, everybody. It's Saturday, July 18th, 2015, and we are here at Hard Times Billiards in Bellflower, California, getting ready to start the first day of this two-day tournament, the Hard Times 10-Ball Open. Congratulations to Rodney Morris, who won the Hard Times One Pocket Open, defeating Rafael Martinez in a great race to 4 one pocket last night. That was a very good match. This is Daniel, and I'm sitting here with Box. You're watching POVPOOL at POVPOOL.com. And we're going to get this first match started right now between the young Hungarian Vilmos, who has been living in California now for about a year, is going to be playing Jeffrey Ignacio. The Hard Times 10-Ball Open is sponsored in part by Tiger Products, Kamui Tips, the San Gabriel Valley APA, Marty Carey's Jump Cue, and our headlining sponsor, Andy Cloth. We owe a huge thanks to Andy Cloth for providing us with cloth for this event. Everybody here is happy about the cloth, about the change. They really like the way it's playing. It plays like it's broken in when it's brand new, and you know, this is a great place, Hard Times Billiards, for us to check out the cloth. You can find real-time brackets for this event at CompuSport.ca, or you can download the app to your phone and you can follow your favorite players. But without further ado, we're going to get this match started between Jeffrey Ignacio and Vilmos. So please stick around and enjoy the action, and we hope you guys share and let everybody know that we're streaming here all weekend and we're live from Hard Times. So without further ado, let's see what's going on. Box, any comments, any feedback?
You have some room for me now?
Of course I do. Just have to make the official opening statement here.
Hey, Cats is asking about that fire. Man, that fire was something up there on that 15.
Oh yeah, there were several players that wanted to come in from Vegas and yesterday, and they couldn't get in. There were like 20 or 10 cars on fire, and there were some fatalities on the Highway 15 just south of Victorville.
Yeah, what happened is the fire was on one side, jumped across the freeway,
and brush fire, right?
And the traffic that was bagged up, waiting, they got caught on fire. So it was an ugly scene over there on that 15. And it happened in an area where nobody could make a move. Couldn't go forward, couldn't go back, left or right. You had to sit there and get cooked. Mr. Dominguez did an admirable job of putting this cloth on these 10 tables in such a short period of time. Tables were running smooth and true.
Yeah, that's true. And Ernesto, it's funny because Ernesto was covering the last table when the blackout occurred.
Correct.
Due to the SoCal Edison, the power company, was here turning off the power.
Good thing about Mr. Dominguez, you know, he's a warrior. They called him at the last minute. And if you know how busy that man is, man, I mean, he's got people that he's friends with, cater to, and to drop what he was doing to come in here at 2 o'clock in the morning and start doing this thing on these tables, man, is something I wouldn't be doing at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, he dropped out of the one pocket tournament because he said, you know, I'm too tired. I can't play. I've been working too much. So
right.
He didn't play the one pocket, but he's here. He's here with Oscar as well, and they're playing in the 10-ball.
Well, I wish Oscar well. More so, I'd like to give a thank you myself to Mr. Dominguez for his accomplishments in helping Brunswick Park Go green. Here we go, gentlemen. Handshakes. Now, I don't like that handshake thing. You know what I mean? That's just me. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm not shaking your hand, son. I might I might put something in your hand, but I'm not going to shake your hand, son. Not when we're getting ready to do this here.
Well, this is a close lag. It looks like Jeffrey. We're playing international 10-ball rules, folks. A 3-foul rule in effect. Jump cues are allowed. I don't think the 10-ball does not count in the bottom 2 pockets for this particular venue, or it may not count at all. I just have to double check with that. And I think
it is to be respotted.
Yes, should be respotted after the break. And I think that the 2 and the 3 have to be racked on the wing. But we are not going to police that. Just want you to know, we're not referees here. We're not hired by tournament director Dave Hemmah. We're not told to monitor anybody's game. But sometimes we do get wrangled in, don't we?
You know, Jeffrey, his break is so, I don't know what to call it. This dude, he doesn't put a lot of effort or movement into the break, but he fires it off like a cannon.
Well, already an opening shot for Vilmos. And it looks like the side pocket's available for the 1. He's got to play safety. I'm excited to have Jeffrey Ignacio here because I haven't had much time or a chance to watch his game. There's a lot of online activity surrounding Jeffrey Ignacio, but personally, just haven't had a lot of time to focus on his game. But this year already, he's grossed over $20,000 in winnings at various events, including U.S. Bar Table Championships, the PPA Tour, Derby City. He made some money. Turning Stone made a little money, and
China Open.
He played in the China Open.
Men's division, 17th.
So
this cat is a real talented cat when it comes to cashing out.
Yeah, he won the Chuck Markoulis, which was up here in Sacramento this year. Ranked 23rd on the AZ Billiards money leaderboard. 23rd out of probably 10,000 pool players listed on that board, which ain't bad.
Now, I got a problem with that, and that's just me. I got a problem with that.
What happened?
I don't want nobody listing my earnings. You know, understand me? I don't like people listing my earnings.
Oh.
It's not public record. Would you work for they work for the government or something? Man, we ought to start a thread about that. Put me on blast with the government.
Respectively, are you judging me for mentioning
No. AZ Billiards, not you. AZ Billiards.
I think it's kind of cool.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
If you're gonna play with the girls, you can tell her, go to AZ Billiards. Look how much money I make. Yeah. Well, you know what I mean.
Is it simply for that reason, or
that's
is
all.
it because
That's
it
all.
knocks people's action?
No, not because it knocks people's action. It's just that it just throws you up under the bus. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's proper channels for the government to find out what your income is. Exactly.
Well, I guess if you're... Yeah, anyway. So... Safety battles kind of beginning to remind me of Jeffrey Ignacio, of Vilmos Foldish's match with Joven. Remember that one?
Oh, tremendous match.
What, you mean the 18-minute opening rack? Is that
tremendous
the one
rack?
You're talking about?
Tremendous. It kept the viewers pinned to the screen.
Yeah.
For a full 18 minutes.
18 minutes for that one rack of 10 ball. They played a race to, what did they play? A race to 15, and it took almost as long as,
Oh my goodness.
or longer than Rodney's match with Edgy at a race to 25 the same night.
Mm-hmm. You know, we don't. How many players do we have officially today?
28.
A full 28 players?
Full, yes. Not partial. Well, if you count the juniors, Spencer Layden and
Chris Robinson.
they could be partial players, but actually Chris is a formidable opponent.
And the winner's side is a race to
9.
And the
the
loser?
finals will be a race to 11. Losers race to 8.
race to 8.
Beautiful one rail kick to the 2 ball. It's
got a little distance to the 9 to the 3 ball.
Yeah, he hasn't manufactured much here for a shot, in the way of a shot. Safety. It's nice to be able to see, you know, to see the style of this young man, you know, to see what it is that, what does it take to win first place in all these events that he's won this year.
Early on, your first couple of racks are going to be somewhat conservative. But these cats here, we do know have another gear. And when it comes gear time, we'll see some outstanding pool.
This looks like it'll be Vilmos's rack. One would guess, but we all know about those first match jitters.
There may be many first round jitters. Oscar Dominguez on table 2. Ramin and Santos, table 3. Rodney Morris is on table 8. He's playing Tang Ho. Brandon Sheff is on table 9. Looks like he's playing Mark Whitehead. I can't tell from there. Young Spencer is on table 5. One of the young guns from Ventura, up and coming.
He's playing the Randy Hatton from North Carolina.
Correct, Randy Hatton. That is who young Spencer's playing.
First rack to Vilmos.
Spencer is the shotgun for young Chris Robinson in travel. Foch is playing Raphael on table 6, which is our action table. First rack goes to Vilmos. He looks kind of comfortable. At this level, he probably is comfortable. So without running off at the mouth and trying to entertain, I'll just watch along with you.
Another dry break. We're hearing jump shots in the background. Okay, here we go. Clear open shot for Jeffrey Ignacio with a very difficult layout. So let's see how he handles this.
4-ball seems doable. The 5 and 6 seems like it would be a little challenging.
Well, he has a 4-ball underneath the 9 to possibly manufacture like some kind of breakout. He's looking at that angle right now, what angle he needs. He could just, yeah, something like that, but he didn't make the 3.
You know, he shot that shot, and I'm looking, as you know, I'm sitting on this rail. He shot that ball to skin the rail and pocket it to bring the cue ball off the rail. I think he was surprised of the reaction that he got when that ball hit the rail. Fresh carpet, and these rails have been redone because they tighten the pockets up.
Wait a minute, are you saying that Jeffrey just got Dominguez'd? I think that's what you're saying, Box.
No, he just brushed the rail a little harder than he thought. In other arenas, he might have pocketed that ball. Rack 2, the Vilmos. Third rack. Race to 9. First 2 racks were dry breaks. Let's see what happens this time. One ball fell, no problem.
You know, I remember Vilmos played that $10,000 action match with the Edgy Geronimo up in Victorville last year.
Yes, I heard.
And he lost, you know, to Edgy Geronimo. And one of the things that he said was just that he couldn't get the breakdown. You know, they did play 10-ball. And so I think if we see any type of chink in his armor.
Well, Jeffrey now has an opportunity with this layout. He should run out. It should be 2-1 with this particular layout.
Years old, this young man.
Man, that table. Ooh, that table. You know, last night we saw that happen a lot.
Oh, yeah, this table's rolling fast.
They're rolling fast.
Rolling fast.
You need to have brakes on it. If you don't put brakes on it.
rail first, and the three ball poked away from the rail. So,
well, he's put some juice on it to move it over. Quality of play in this room right now.
very high.
Very high.
You got most of the best of hard times here. What we consider the cream of the crop of hard times. Johnny Kang, Foch, Garcia, Santos. Tang Ho, is he here?
Table 8.
Yeah, he's here.
Playing Rodney.
Might as well include Rodney into that because he now lives here in California.
Young Chris.
Chris Robinson. Out of Sticks Billiards in Ventura.
Ramin. Mark Whitehead. I like to see a couple of the lower level cats get involved. I like to see Stan get
Stan
in.
Oda.
Yeah, I like to see Stan get in. You know, Stan don't think he has it right now, but I think Stan will do good in this environment. His new nemesis, that cat from Culver City, I just spoke with him yesterday too, and I done lost his name. That's my bad. My good friend too. I'll mention his name in a minute, but they've been locking heads and they've been doing really well against each other.
Jeffrey, jump cue. It's call pocket, folks, so. Did he call the 10 or the 6?
Call the 6.
Well executed shot.
I'm really upset at myself right now. I can't call that man name. I just spoke to him. That was a good shot on that 6 ball with that jump cue. He seemed to be very accurate with it. Let me ask you a question. Why you didn't get in, Daniel?
You know, I really haven't been serious about competing in the past 3-4 months. You know, I'm lucky enough just to get a few $20 games, you know, a little bit of action now and then, and play my weeklies over at the Golden Q. That's about it, you know. And a win for Jeffrey Ignacio. Puts him on the wire. Let's take another look at that jump shot. Or not, because it's giving me problems again. solid backstroke, that's for sure. It sure was a treat to see Rafael Martinez and Rodney Morris last night.
Did you see the shot that Rafael put on Rodney last night? Tremendous shot.
Oh, you mean with the elevated cue,
Oh,
the bank,
my
the long
goodness.
bank on it
Yes,
too?
yes.
Oh yeah. I mean, in a way, you could say, did you see the shot? You know that Rafael played. And which one?
Really?
The guy played some great shots.
Yes, he did.
And every time he elevated his cue for that masse or that
And was accurate.
close, he was accurate with his cue ball. Rafael's playing Foch Garcia right now. He's playing 10 ball. This rack here, Jeffrey, from the break. Correct?
Made a ball on the break.
He looks like he's suddenly very comfortable. I think when a man runs...
He's just trying to dial the table in right now, both players.
Yeah. When a man runs a rack or two on a table, it's just natural to start feeling comfortable when you start doing that. He's got a good rhythm. He doesn't seem to shoot too fast, and he doesn't seem to take too much time.
Can you imagine both of these cats coming ahead round one on table one, first string? One of these cats has got to go to the loser side. Game tied, 2-2, fifth rack. Now I know what his break reminds me of. He breaks like he's on a bar box. And he's got many bar box accolades, that's for sure.
Yeah, he dominated over at the U.S. Bar Table Championships this year. I think he won the 8-ball and the 10-ball, if I'm not mistaken. We were just looking at it a minute ago.
Correct. Now, it just came to me. The cat that plays Stan all the time, you know him too. Andrew. Left-handed Andrew.
Eroy.
That's correct.
I ran into him yesterday. I said,
My
why
bad,
aren't you
Andrew. I
playing
couldn't
this?
call your name, Andrew. I'm sorry.
Oh, he is a phenomenal player.
Yeah, it's
he
my
came in the
partner, man.
finals of the 9-ball last month at the first Sunday.
That's correct.
And lost only to Rodney Morris.
Yeah, my friend. My
Came in
bad.
second place.
Very good stroke, too. You know he played at a high level at one time.
Oh, he plays at a high level now?
Yeah. You know I'm missing out of this tournament, too, since we're talking about them cats? My friend Sai.
Nakashima.
Yeah.
who is now getting married
Correct.
in a couple of months to Lauren. Congratulations. We're going to go to the wedding.
Of course I am.
No, we got invited too. Did you get invited?
What?
You said, of course I am, right?
Yeah. We got a lot of 9-ball players here. 10-ball players here that at one time were pretty good. They only show up for the Tad Cup though, when everybody's after that stick.
Oh yeah, that's right. That'll be what, first week of August?
First week, 1st and 2nd of August.
Vilmos he's got to get in this match, man. He won the first 2 games. He suddenly looks like bewildered. You see the look on his face?
Well, he's been Americanized. Three to 2, Jeffrey. Rack 6 coming up.
Maybe he's just disappointed because he feels like, oh, well, I missed. I better go sit down for 10 minutes while Jeffrey runs 2.
Yeah.
Let's hope he doesn't feel that way because, you know, everybody misses.
I don't want you cats to get the wrong impression. In the 9-ball arena or the 10-ball arena, I have no favorite.
He definitely has that bar box break.
Yeah, bar box break.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the layout here.
10-ball in the corner, he's going to be at it.
Yeah, the 3-10 combo.
3-10 combo, correct. With the speed of that cue ball, I can see now he's starting to dial it in. Yeah, he's starting to dial that cue ball in.
Absolutely. Jeffrey Ignacio has won 4 games in a row.
4 to 2, rack 7.
Playing on Andy billiard cloth. John Bertone of Kamui Tips, he should be in today. Pay us a visit. I believe we have a real-time bracket on CompuSport.ca. Just follow the Hard Times 10 ball. Not much to shoot at here. Actually, the one does have an opening. Rattled it, but I think he got a bit of a roll. There's one thing I have learned over the years, and just from the word on the street, is that the Filipinos have a He's calling the one to the corner. Played a one-pocket shot. Upstairs. Upstairs shot. Anyway, is that the Filipinos are, were very well known for kicking. But also kicking is a skill that requires a lot of development. You have to see how well a 23-year-old is developed in his game. Jeffrey's only 23 and taking the country by storm. From what I hear, though, Rodney has beat Jeffrey 4 times in a row.
I heard the same thing. I didn't know how true it was. I thought it was just talk.
Yes, that's just what the word on the street is.
If Jeffrey has been beaten by Rodney, it's because he hasn't been seasoned. And that's probably what Paez Promotions is doing now, getting him seasoned on how to win by him being such a young man, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, this is a great opportunity for him to come to the U.S. and just get more experience. This is all part of the grooming of a champion, you know?
It seems like it's taking him maybe a tad bit longer than Edgy. Edgy came right over here and jumped right into the fire, you know?
He did, and if I'm not mistaken, too, it wasn't Edgy's first trip over here, and Edgy's actually around 36 years old.
Correct, much older.
32.
I heard 36, you was right.
Is it 36? Okay. Well, from the 5 ball, he's made pretty good work of this rack. Had a very good shot on the 5 to get to the 6, and I'm noticing very quickly about his game, he keeps it very simple. And I think part of keeping it simple is playing accurate, especially good slow shots. Those finesse shots that require accurate speed, accurate distance. He seems to have that dialed in pretty well.
We'll hear a lot from him, I'm sure. We will hear a lot from him, I'm sure. What I like about this game already, no one has apologized and no one has conceded.
We don't have a concession counter on this event, but we haven't seen that yet. I may actually have to find out. Dave may have stipulated that no concessions are allowed. Sometimes the tournament director will do that.
5-2. Mm-hmm. 8th rack.
8th rack.
Perfect bar brack. Man.
He keeps it very simple. Okay, Vilmos hit a rail there.
Five to two. I guess he has to try something. Race to 9. He's already down 3. I guess he's gonna try to put the Titan up on him right here.
The 2 to the 3 is his. That's his puzzle right now. His angle of attack, how he's going to get there. He might be playing for one rail draw shot. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's doing. Not much draw, little spin.
Would you say from here the table's wide open?
No, I didn't say wide open. I said he has a problem getting to the 2.
To the what?
I said to the 3. But he solved that problem pretty easily. Vilmos is a pretty seasoned player himself, by the way. You know, he's been winning events since like 2002, official events. He won the junior national championships for Hungary early on in his young professional career, and he won the junior world championships.
He wanted to get more angle. He wanted that cue ball to roll a little bit further. Nice execution.
Yeah, very good recovery. He's not happy about that. I don't know if he can. Yeah, he's okay. He can make the 6.
We'll try to spin around it.
Position play in this game is key. If you get on the wrong side of a ball, it can create havoc. For instance, this second shot on the 8, he's not working with perfect position.
He's getting the job done, though.
He's getting the job done, but the more work you have to do is the more demanding and more taxing it is on you mentally.
Some people need that. Some people need to feel the pressure in order to execute. They got to feel it. He's on the rag here. He didn't want to be there. He didn't want to be there. 6 to 2. 6 to 2. Rack 9. Race 2, 9.
What did he do wrong there?
He got on the rag. Have a seat, please. what? Okay, have a seat. You're making me nervous. I don't like this.
He's all right, Box. That's Jeffrey's chaperone. Brought him here from the Philippines. Just letting you know. If you don't like him on, I appreciate you letting him know. I'm just letting you know who's who as well.
Thank you, Daniel.
You gotta watch out for Box, man. He's so old school. Sometimes he keeps it 110.
Both of these cats, I don't think, have dialed in already. Vilmos hasn't dialed in. Jeffrey hasn't dialed in. I don't know if it's the atmosphere or what, but they're not playing with that pop that we've seen them play with before right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a first match. That might have something to do with it.
This is the second time he's got himself that close to a object ball. The 7-ball last game, he hooked himself, and now he's hooked himself on this deuce ball.
Well, in theory, that's a good safety, but with the technology that we use nowadays, this is a real easy escape and a possible run out for Jeffrey Ignacio. He may not even need a jump cue. I think he's got a slight window. Any window is just enough for a player of this caliber.
His demeanor is that of a bar box player.
You got that too?
I mean, that's what it seems like. Maybe it's the transition, I don't know, but it seems like that way to me.
It'll change once he realizes how tiring it is walking around the 9-foot table. The thing is, too, though, is Vilmos has made a few mistakes, and I think about 90% of the time Jeffrey's capitalized and punished him for it.
7-2, rack 10, race to 9.
Who just said, hey?
Tango and Rodney are having fun on tables 8.
Oh, man, those guys go back so far.
That's why you hear them talking
I mean, they
like
used
that.
to be road dogs.
Dry break again.
Well, we all know how the break and 10 ball can really change your win percentage as opposed to 9-ball.
You mean one ball makes that much of a difference?
It does, definitely on the break. Makes a big difference on the break and a slight difference in the execution of the game. But then you take both of those elements combined, and the whole thing is different. It's like, would one pocket be a much different game if you added another row of balls to the rack? Be a much different game, wouldn't it?
Right. A nice analysis.
Well, not really. Maybe I got the first match jitters too.
The first one of 12 wins, right? And 21.
Yeah, 21 balls.
Didn't we witness Vilmos playing Oscar Dominguez? Yes, we did, didn't we?
At the Cole Dixon Memorial Tournament, yeah.
I'm talking about here. On table 2, yeah. When he played his cousin.
Oh, Attila.
Attila, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
7-3. Rack 11. Race to 9. Vilmos decided to go wash his hands. So we have a little low here. Score is 7-3, rack 11. Jeffrey looks good right now.
Well, Vilmos ended a 7-game slump, that's for sure.
The pockets on this particular table are 4 inches. Here in Brunswick Park, we like things kind of tight. This kid that's playing Oscar on table 2, I forgot his name, and he introduced himself to me so many times.
Luka?
Oh, that's his name? Okay.
Luka Bolotovic.
Oh, no wonder I forgot his name. As the chat room already knows, I have a problem with names.
Luka's very talented,
Yes,
actually.
he is.
Yeah. He won't gamble with anybody.
But he pocket balls well.
And he plays tournaments once in a while. He likes the competition. But he's the kind of guy, he only steps up when he feels like he's ready to do it, you know. He's got one of those snooker sort of stances, a snooker stroke.
Pockets ball real well.
Yeah, he's been here now, I think, a year. Maybe on the other camera angle, that's where he is. He's shooting right now in the black shorts. And you can see that snooker stance. And that short backstroke. Keeps his head real still. Back now to our action between Vilmos and Jeffrey.
Dry break.
Geraldine's in the other room on the laptop. She says that Vilmos took a break to go to the restroom, stopped by to look at her laptop to see what the score was of this match. But if I know Vilmos, she's just being friendly. What is the score on this match?
Yeah, with Miss G.
Vilmos has a wonderful sense of humor, kind of dry.
Come on, Miss G. He might have just wanted to say hello to you.
Hello, Kurida, in the chat room.
This kid just ran a rack on Mr. Dominguez on table 2.
He did.
Oscar conceded.
With Oscar
the 10 ball.
conceding. And a mental note, too. Vilmos conceded as well when he missed that 10 ball, remember?
Yes, he did.
So Vilmos actually is faced with a real difficult shot right now. Doesn't look like there's much angle on this 5. I saw Rafael Martinez play a shot like that yesterday. Mm-hmm. He put so much spin on the ball, came all the way up table. Vilmos executed that shot very well.
Yes, he did.
He had to come up and down the table in this rack. It's not an easy thing to do.
That's in the hole, son.
No, it's not. He's doing good. He's creating angle that he needs.
This is just as important to stay in the box in 10 ball as it is 1 pocket.
Oh, all the time.
Vilmos, 4. Rack 12 coming up. Scores 4-7. Rack 12.
Good try by Jeffries. Get safe, but not enough coverage to make this extremely difficult. Vilmos may elect to masse or play a short rail kick. Looks like he's massing and he's calling a ball. Called the corner pocket as a backup plan.
Good safe.
Very good safety.
Tang Ho just conceded the game to Rodney with 3 balls on the table.
That to me is a little crazy. Vilmos would do well to win this game. Put the squeeze on Jeffrey a little bit. Be careful not to fall asleep at the wheel here, because it's easy to get careless in rotation, especially when you start winning every game. You get more relaxed.
He's dialed in right now.
He played very well against Oscar Dominguez at the Cole Dixon tournament. He beat him 11 games to 7 in the finals. And I believe he ran over Rodney Morris 9-3 in the match preceding that match with Oscar. That was in San Francisco just a month ago. Well, you know what won him that game? That safety.
Yes, he did.
The safety won him that game.
Game count 5-7. Rack 13.
Scratch on the break. I think this looks tougher than it is. The 2 ball's covered by the 6, but really it's just a matter of bringing the cue ball down to the end rail.
A lot of people seem to be adjusted to the weather conditions, the playing environment.
Well, not to mention the fact that it's actually cool in here. It's not humid and hot.
I don't see anybody with long sleeve shirts on either.
Jeffrey's looking. He looked like he second-guessed himself. Didn't know whether to squeeze between the 5 and the 8 or the 8 and the 10. Made a last-minute decision to squeeze between the 8 and the 10.
Yeah.
He's okay, though.
Going between the 8 and the 10, 9 ball in that rail.
Next up on table number 9, Jason and Johnny Kane. Jason Mary and Johnny Kane on table number 9. That's a race to 9.
8-5, 13.
Yes, sir.
Rack 14 coming up.
You guys want to come in and sweat matches today? $10 cover charge to help support the room. And like I said, nice and cool in here. The AC is blowing. I'm in the corner of the room with Box if you want to stop in and say hello to us. Just come on over to feature table number 1.
You got a good break.
Did he changed his break a little bit, didn't he? The bar box break not working for him. That was actually a very intelligent shot. He knew that he couldn't really put the 1 and behind the 4 and the 5 directly.
Fox is doing pretty good on table 6.
He's playing Rafael Martinez. So instead, Vilmos just pushed the envelope and just tried to use as much of the 4 as possible. He knew the cube, the 1 ball would go close to the pocket. There's a couple of billiard options possible here too in this rack. We got the 10 close to the side and the 8 close to the corner. Jeffrey looking to kick 2 rails, and he's calling the 10 to the side, right? So let's see how this shot works out. Sorry, guys, it was difficult to get coverage on that shot.
The gallery is starting to fill up.
Yeah, bleachers are filling up, and so are the regular seating area. There's still spaces available if you guys want to come down. 17450 Bellflower Boulevard.
Ten ball has been called. 10 ball has been pocketed. 7-8.
This is an interesting match. I mean, we saw Vilmos win the first 2 games, and then a 7-game streak for Jeffrey, and now Vilmos is merely within 2 of a win. Jeffrey on the hill.
Right now, I favor the table.
That's a good point.
I believe the table's going to win.
Well, take a look at that. If this isn't brutal, I don't know what is. Jeffrey calling the 10.
This is
1-10
for-
combination.
This is for the money and the match.
Is he going to play a combo or a billiard?
She's going to play a combo.
Yeah, very good shot. All right, so first match of the day, Jeffrey Ignacio of Quezon, Philippines, has defeated Vilmos 9 games to 6. So, yeah, Vilmos was racing to 6. We'll be right back, guys. We got John Schmidt and
Crown City Corey.
Corey Harper, Crown City Corey, coming right up. Hope you guys are enjoying this event. Sponsored by Andy Cloth. Check out Andy Cloth USA. Thanks a lot, guys.